So now all the animation is actually there. Now the next step, I'm going to use a tool that I can't really share because it's not mine to share, but there may be other tools out there that do this, but this is a tool that I've used from one of my first video games that I worked on called El Bolo. So the process that I have to do here is it's just more steps than maybe that then should be necessary. But I'll just, hopefully you could just kind of like see how I do it, and you could adapt it to whatever tool you're able to have access to. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn off this layer because I don't need to see it. Everything is lined up now, right? And I'm going to export this. I'm just going to save for web, save it as a PNG, and this is how you always want to save stuff out of Illustrator or Photoshop when it comes to having the art be for a game, because PNG 24 is full millions of colors with transparency, which means that you'll be able to see through any areas that haven't been filled in with color. And it's going to save it automatically at 72 dpi, which is the file size that you use for all video games. So we're just going to say save, and it's going to keep the same name as what this one was. I guess this one was called, but with .png. So I have that file now. But one last step that I need to do is I need to convert that file, that PNG, to another format just for this testing tool that I use. So I'm just going to skip ahead and basically show you. No, why not? I'll just show you. So I'm going to open, and I'm going to go to that file, that PNG file. Here's that PNG file. And I know it's very light to see. It could be hard for you to see. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit just so you could kind of like see. What I'm going to do, what I need to do is I need to save as, and I'm going to save this as a target file. You normally do not need to do this, just to recap. And I'm going to do that. Hit save. 32 bits, sure. And I have this tool called Animation Edit. And what this tool is going to allow me to do, actually, let me just close out it, reopen. It's going to allow me to load that file, that target file, and you're going to see all of the animation on the top next to each other, just the same way we saw in Illustrator. And what I could do is I could set 128 by 128, so it puts a box around the first frame. I'm going to say, how many frames is this? This is 8 frames from left to right. So now you'll see the boxes are around all of them. And I'm going to click the view button. I'm going to say users loop from 0 frame, which is the very first frame. I'm going to set the frame to 20 frames per second. And I'm going to hit run. And there we go. This is the actual animation. And for the video game engine that we used in El Bolo, this is exactly how it would look when it's played. So this is the process that I've used. And this allows me to check to make sure that all of the artwork is lined up accurately. And that part of the process inside Illustrator, when I'm dropping all of the different pieces of frames into here, just that allows me to really keep things accurate. So that's this part of, I guess, the second part of the tutorial. There is going to be one last part that really talks about, okay, yeah, this is fine for testing the animation, but what about actually having, I have all the frames here, but now what I want to do is I want to actually have, I want to see what it's like to have the final artwork in here. So I'm going to show that in the last tutorial that's, I'll probably post tomorrow or so. Alright, hope you're enjoying this so far and that it's informative to you.